Oh,
what are they going to do with it? Are they going to ruin that one too?
Oh, and that's what I'm saying. I can't remember like if that's going to be a sequel to the live action. Is it a sequel to the animated? Because they ended them different. So what's
going to be Leroy and
what
Stitch?
Are we gonna do?
Leroy.
Whatever the sequel was that what the sequel was called? One of those spin-offs.
Too woke here.
No, that was one of their movies.
Okay, I went a completely
the
different
third or fourth
direction.
one. It was a Leroy and Stitch.
This is the Off the Break Podcast, your podcast dedicated to current movie theater news, operations, and insights from the people that book the movies.
Welcome back to another episode of Off the Break Podcast. I'm Kyle, and joining me today is Alyssa and Shayla.
Hi.
Hey,
How's it going this week, guys?
It's going good.
it's going good.
It was Big Mario Week.
Big Mario Week.
Yeah, gonna dive into that some more in a little bit, but while we're celebrating an animated feature for the week, we still have to think about some animated features that are coming down the pipeline. Toy Story 5, Minions 3. Ken and I had a bit of a discussion about it last week on which one it could be the high grosser, but I gotta keep asking everyone else in the office what it's gonna be, because one of you two, I think it was Alyssa actually, that kind of started us talking about like which one could be the big grosser or what our audience is like really feeling with these two movies.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think it's hard to bet against Toy Story, especially because you also have the adult audience that would also go see it, I feel like. And every one has been good. You know, like I know we talk about like, oh my God, the sequels, the no original content.
Right.
But they find a way to make these movies work every time
Yeah.
and feel original every time.
It's a dirty trick.
It is a dirty trick. And yet here we are. And
Yeah.
gotta go see it.
We roll our eyes, but we know what the inevitable is going to be.
Yeah, honestly.
So Toy Story 5 is your go-to then.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Shayla, are you in the same camp? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, I think that Minions is overplayed. So I think that they're not doing as well with the sequels as Toy Story is. I think they just like leave more room between the sequels. Because didn't a Despicable Me come out last year or something?
That's a good question. I don't remember. They've all blurred together for me.
Yeah.
But I can find out for us. I mean, it feels like they come out almost every other year at this point.
Yeah. And I just
been
know it
2
was
years
recent.
ago. But either way, which is still recent.
Yeah, definitely. So I think that Toy Story leaving a little bit of room between the sequels has been helping.
It makes you want to go back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay, so the last Despicable Me movie was in 2024.
Okay.
We're in
Okay,
2026
so still
now,
recent.
right?
Yeah.
Opening weekend was 74 million.
Because it was over a holiday, right?
Yeah, 4th of July. I'm still surprised by that number. That seems low to me.
It is. I was looking at them because the last Toy Story was higher.
It was higher.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Wait, that was like 2018, 2019.
Yeah.
The booms of our industry were crazy at that time.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense, I guess. But
Well, the previous one, Despicable Me, back in 2017, opened at that same number too.
Huh.
Interesting.
So consistent,
So that's
I
the
guess.
ballpark, I guess. I'm trying to remember, like, Despicable Me 4 must have been like a holiday opening, so it wasn't on the weekend. So it's kind of like what Mario's happening now. So maybe this is accounting for only the 3-day weekend and not for that whole 5-day
true.
weekend.
yeah.
Because I think
Yeah,
Minions is
definitely.
going to be on the 4th of July or like the Wednesday leading up to it.
Yeah, I think you're right on that. I think it has been a Wednesday opening. It was on the in 2024, so that may have skewed the numbers. So maybe I'm just thinking of it wrong. Maybe
It's still not wrong. Like, these are still very good numbers, but I can understand your guys' rationale for the legacy of Toy Story. Like,
Yeah.
it has a bit more weight to it compared to Minions,
yeah,
Yeah.
I would say.
definitely.
Well, and now this is what, like just a Minions movie and no of the other characters from what
No
I
Steve
can
Carell?
tell.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, you know, it seems like Minions were the takeaway from a lot of that. But
Right there.
And the last Minions movie was in 2022, 4th of July again, opened to 107 million.
okay.
So I don't know. I don't know what to
I don't
make
know.
of. I don't know what to make of the numbers. Either way, they're obviously big grossers, but
For sure.
I think I am leaning towards you both about Toy Story. I think that I kind of got convinced, thanks to you guys, that Minions eventually can overstay its welcome. That doesn't mean that it still won't perform well, but in the long term of it all, Toy Story probably could be the one that we see the most money out of.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Disney has that pull, so no matter what. I mean, even their bad movies are like bottom out at like, 30 million
Yeah.
opening. So
It still is what a lot of movies dream of
yeah,
having.
exactly.
It is. Yeah. So here we are talking about huge numbers being like, oh yeah, it wasn't big enough.
Yep, exactly.
It's more
ludicrous,
semantics
but-
of it all.
It is. Yeah.
I think it's just a big conversation since we have our single screens and we obviously have very limited screens to work with. So it is that battle of, okay, Toy Story or Minions. And Minions in single screens, if they choose Toy Story or vice versa, they don't have the chance to come in until the end of the summer.
Yeah.
So-
So really is one or the other.
Yeah.
And we
Gotcha.
were having the conversation too with advances
Yeah.
on our side of things for booking, and Disney doesn't usually have them, which is
Right.
crazy. So that's another way to kind of coast into it.
It's kind of an L for Universal.
It is. Honestly, it is. And that's going to be a big choice. And especially Disney lined it up well with, if we plan for 3 weeks of Toy Story, go straight into Moana,
Yeah.
which is hard to
exactly.
beat. And which Moana's
Yeah.
going to be interesting. But I'm sure we'll...
I don't know,
We'll
because
crush it.
Lilo and
That's
Stitch
also
did
in
so
July.
well.
That's what I was like, oh, Lilo and
Like,
Stitch, I don't know. And then it just blew out of the water. So
I
I'm
know.
sure Moana will do the same thing.
Probably.
Yeah, I think until we see it stop working,
Yeah.
I felt like we were almost there too with those live action remakes
Yeah.
stop working. There was like
yeah.
there was like a year and a
Snow
half
White.
where we were like,
Woo,
this
God,
might be
remember
it.
Snow White?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
no.
the stresses of that.
Man.
And then, but
I don't know.
Darn it,
This
Lilo and
is- I
Stitch.
know.
Have you guys actually watched that, by the way? I have not.
no.
Okay.
Oh, I did.
I was just
I
curious.
tried. It's like an AI nightmare. So.
No.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately,
It's okay. The original is still a beautiful movie.
it
True.
is.
It's fine.
It's
Yeah.
unbeatable. They should have just left it alone.
And same
but
for Lilo
whatever.
and Stitch.
Lilo and Stitch
Yikes.
2 also.
Have you seen that one?
Of
No,
course.
the they're
live
making a
action.
sequel.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
What
that
are they
too.
gonna do with it? Are they
I
gonna
don't
ruin
know.
that one
Oh,
too?
and that's what I'm saying. I can't remember if that's going to be a sequel to the live action. Is it a sequel to the animated? Because they ended them different. So what's
Gonna be Leroy and
what are we
Stitch.
gonna be
Leroy and
Whatever the sequel was. That what the sequel was called? One of those
You're getting
spin-offs.
too woke here.
No, that was one of their movies.
Okay,
It
I
was
went
like-
a
it was
completely
like the
different
third or fourth
direction.
one. There was a Leroy and Stitch.
Let us have it. Why not?
I'm not trying to fool anyone here. Look it up.
Oh man, that's funny.
Anyway, yeah.
Leroy.
Shayla's trying to make
You-
something
you
out of
broke her.
nothing.
I'm sorry, my mind's in the gutter.
Nice.
The many conversations.
Just throwing everything on the wall and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I guess.
This is what a Disney pitch looks like in
Yeah.
their meeting room.
So anyway, no matter what, you will see great success from these two movies, but I do like that you guys made a good point about really the reason for us having this conversation in the office is because of the mindset of a single screen theater.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, they're
definitely.
they're our basis, so we got to think of them and plan for that. And I mean, I don't think it's like a bad choice either way, obviously, but really hard to bet against Disney in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Back to back to back.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it was Shayla too that was saying the parents are bound to get tired of the minions of it all.
I mean, you are, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am. The only thing is that my son calls them onions, so that kind of puts a
Okay,
little
I'll go
soft
to
spot.
one
I know,
more.
one more for the onions. Like you're changing my mind, but no. I mean, as a parent, like you just want to bring kids to something that you would enjoy too,
Yeah.
and it's either like, high like visibility, like super stimulating content, or Toy Story, which usually has been like low stimulation ish and like a
Yeah.
good storyline and everything. So Yeah.
The two you really have to choose as a parent then.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess that just dives us into Mario, which obviously the success of Mario as like the big number of it all did very well.
Yep.
But I feel like there has been some questions about why it may have not performed as high as like in some areas as we were anticipating. We were kind of having debates about whether it was the Easter holiday or whether there may have been like Mario fatigue. I don't know if fatigue's the right word, but maybe the critical reception did cause people to have some pause for the movie.
That would seem crazy to me.
That
I
would
don't
be
think
wild.
I don't think
Yeah.
that's very likely. I'm just throwing out
No,
options.
it's a valid thing to say. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's Mario.
It just didn't happen for the first movie anyway. Why would it
Yeah.
happen for the second one? So
Yeah.
probably can't toss out the option that critics have anything to do with the box office of it all.
I don't know. It has been a big conversation about it online, but who knows if that affects parents bringing their kids to it. It might affect adults going to it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think maybe to a certain age range, but I
Yeah.
think for, at least if in your 30s or 40s, you've grown up playing Mario already.
Yep.
I think you take the chance.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I did see it, and it's definitely nothing but a kid's movie. It's beautiful. Like, it's gorgeous, but it is, like, not something that I would put on when I'm feeling like, oh, I want to watch, like, a good movie. You
Right.
know?
Yeah. You said it was a lot, right?
It's not a lot. It's beautiful. Like, the animation is amazing. They put a lot of effort into it, but the story is just lacking. So it's not something that I would.
Yeah.
Well, probably a lot then in terms of, like, how fast-paced the movie is.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just the new reality of animation in general, is that the energy and, like, the pacing has to be so fast.
Constant.
Constant.
Like,
Even
it's one
adult
thing-
movies do.
Maybe to a point, yeah. I think that is probably one of the new trends that we're going to see is they're going to be trying to have movies be hour and a half, 2 hours long for any kind of movie that they're making. And then the pacing and the editing itself will also be much quicker. Don't know if that's necessarily a good thing, but clearly
know.
the trends are shifting to where they're trying to appease to an audience that can function that way, I
Yeah.
suppose.
I mean, I don't hate that. I miss being able to sit down and having that, like, concise of an experience.
Okay.
But
yeah.
I'm still here for a long movie, though. If it needs to be that long, great, make it that long.
But those
But-
should be the exceptions and not
Yeah.
the rule.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for a while, it felt like the exceptions weren't there anymore. It felt like
No.
the majority of them were too long.
Yeah. I think we did kind of hit that time frame. Mm-hmm. But
Yeah, I think so. But there's also like when I sit down and watch like an old Disney movie, I don't think it's slow. I think that the
No.
story of it is like beautiful enough to like keep
Yeah.
your attention the whole time. I think they're just switching from like storyline and emotional stimuli to like just visual stimuli.
That's actually a really good point. I don't think that's that off base.
no.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I just like Cody and I were talking about this, that they're just not hiring. They're either not hiring good writers anymore or the whole world has lost creativity or I don't know.
That's a debate for another time. There might be something to that. We'd have to think about it more, I suppose. But
Yeah.
I also agree about the visual aspect that you were just saying, Shayla. I mean, I was rewatching that Puss in Boots sequel some time ago, and I remember like it's a great movie. Like
Last
the
Wish?
story is Last Wish.
Oh, beautiful.
Like
movie.
it's a very good story in and of itself, but even the visual stimuli that goes into that movie is both creative and like jarring in that way that you're describing.
Yeah.
I feel like Spider-Verse really pushed that and like started a
Ooh,
trend
yeah.
of that, of like fast-paced animation. It's things are constant, but the story and everything else is so good. I feel like
Yeah.
it's such a comprehensive package of
Yeah.
all of it.
Which is strange because even that movie is like 2.5 hours.
It is, yeah. They're
Or at least the
longer.
newest one was.
But
Yeah.
you're in it the whole time.
You are.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, and every
Such a
time
weird
and
magic.
you can watch it again and be like, oh wow, I didn't see that last
Yeah,
time. Like
for
there's so
sure.
much they're constantly throwing at you, but it doesn't feel overwhelming. It feels like you're immersed, and I feel like films took from that and started to do more, which is really exciting.
Yeah. Like I just watched this critique on Wish, and they were saying that Wish was inspired by Spider-Verse, like the
I mean, the
animation
style, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But obviously
dang.
they did not pull it off.
That is a bad movie.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for Disney movies and for animation, but wow, I've never fast forwarded a Disney movie before,
Yeah.
and that one was brutal.
Yikes.
And you had a good start. You had good talent too, like, but it just.
Didn't come together.
No, the songs were bad. The story was just not good.
And I watched like a sped up version of it, and I well, because it was like a
Yeah,
clip,
no,
you
but
know,
it's-
for this, but it was the animation.
You know,
was
you
so
guys don't
bad.
have to watch these movies.
Well, this one I feel like I had to because it was like, wait, a Disney movie bombed that hard, and it came out on the holidays, right?
Yeah, Thanksgiving.
And so I was like, what do you mean? And Ariana DeBose, Broadway star, and Chris Pine. I was like, well, shoot, I gotta at least watch it.
yeah.
Holy, yeah, no, that was an experience.
I remember hearing the pitch of the movie, and it was such a weird description because they initially pitched it as, you know, the star that you see in the Walt Disney animation when you see a movie, like the castle and the star on top. Let's tell a story about the
That's
star.
what it is. They tried to like. I don't know if it was made like for an anniversary or something, but
Probably.
they really tried to make it like that.
I think
which
it's
could've-
been 100 years now.
Again, which
100-year
could have worked.
anniversary.
Sure, that's cute.
Yeah.
That's great. But
Just make a Mickey
it
Mouse
did
movie.
not.
Yeah.
No.
For real.
Just make a
did
Mickey Mouse
not
movie.
Go.
Yeah, and
You know that thing you don't recognize in the logo? What if we made a movie about that?
And it looks nothing like it. Let's do it.
No.
I had
Yeah.
no idea it was a star.
Well, they
No.
took out a bunch of the story and replaced it with just Disney, not memorabilia, but
Yes,
like
it's
callbacks.
and that's what it
Yeah.
felt like. I was like, "Wow, what is happening? This
Yeah.
does not." I just wanted a movie.
you
I
could
wanted.
do that with a Mickey movie.
You could do
could.
that with an animated short. Like,
No, literally.
Yeah.
It could have been an animated short, and then you
Make
have
it
your
a
Mickey
throwback.
movie. I don't know why I'm
Yeah.
obsessed with this part.
because when was the last Mickey movie?
I
Those
think,
are good.
I think if you
Yeah.
have a big mascot, you should probably make a movie of him for your 100-year anniversary. That's just, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't get paid
and
the
then you
big
could have
bucks
had
for that.
nostalgia from like all the art styles together in one.
Yeah.
Come on,
but Mickey Mouse, Spider-Verse, like...
that's basically yes.
We
You
gotta
could have
stop,
done something
guys.
Like that.
Yeah,
You're
we're not
right.
even
Given-
talking about
you're right.
Mario anymore.
We're-
So
we're
anyway,
Giving
God.
Disney free
We're
ideas.
full sending. Oh, let's.
Mario is performing well. It's going to continue
Yes.
to perform well.
Yes.
But we were just having questions in like some locations about like the numbers just not being as high as what we were hoping for them to be. I'm sure that the crowd still turned out and it was great. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
how are you really going to notice when you're in the thick of it running your theater? But from like an outsider standpoint, I think the last option is like, is that Easter holiday part of the cause? Was there just so many of these smaller towns that also are part of communities that probably do celebrate Easter, do have community events celebrating Easter?
Well, a lot of them are on Main Street, which can be shut down, have an Easter egg doing all of these things. So it'll be interesting to see how it does this weekend.
Right.
And then that'll kind of be a telltale sign and interesting to find out.
Yeah.
So,
Definitely.
so how about another great pivot to talking about Michael Jackson?
Are we doing it?
We gotta talk about
scared.
Michael. We gotta talk about
Like
Michael.
we're already unhinged today, so why not?
Oh, well, I'm gonna let Kyle start the conversation. 'Cause
Hey, I'm not the film buyer here. I'm not a booker. I feel like the questions that we had at the start of the year for this movie, in terms of like, what is the cultural relevance going to equate to box office returns, is now boiling over. Just because we still don't feel like there's enough questions answered. I think like there is something going on with the marketing strategy of this movie that isn't giving audience much of an answer as to how much of the Michael Jackson story is covered. I think it was Variety or Deadline, one of them did put out a piece that expresses like how the movie was being made, what like darker parts of Michael's story are in the movie, or at least were before they were being cut and got pushed to the floor,
Yeah.
to the cutting room
I mean,
floor.
yeah, they had said it was gonna start pretty
with
brutal.
with
Him
yeah,
looking
yeah,
in the
yeah.
mirror and you see police lights in the back. Like that's how they were gonna start,
Yeah.
which is wild.
yeah, and then I think the Variety article said that they made the Jackson estate pay for the reshooting of it.
Well, because
so-
they didn't do their due diligence. Is what. Well, again, this is all from the article, and
Yeah.
take that what you will. But apparently, they missed that there was one of the people in allegations had said there can't be any retelling, there can't be a movie, book, or anything made about it in regards to
Oh.
legal action, and
Sure.
they missed that.
Okay.
And
How do
so
you miss
here's what, and
something
here's
like
what happened, and then they went.
I think they
They-
tried to
Oh,
avoid
yeah.
missing that.
And they went, oops, our bad. We'll pay for reshoots.
right.
Was what the article made it sound like. So,
Okay.
which, whether it's that or, hey, people don't want to see
That
this if you're making a.
that
But then if
much
you're
of
making a
subject
movie about
matter.
it, make a movie. That's why it's such a weird. I don't know. That's why everybody keeps asking me, like, what do you think about Michael? Like, I don't know. I don't generally. I'm no. This is gonna be one that I'm like. I don't know how. If are people going to come? Great. And then are they going to be pissed? I don't know.
Can I say my stance on this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think based on what we've been reading and based on the marketing of it all, I think it's a safe play. I don't think the movie is going to be that dark and that dramatic about the allegations. I think at the very least it's going to be about the focus between the split between his father and
That's what they made it sound like.
which is still a very interesting story of that. So I don't think you have to worry that it's gonna like really show anything graphic or gross of those allegations.
No.
That being said, I still don't know if it's all that worth it, just because I don't know if the generations now are really pining for a Michael Jackson movie.
I don't know.
I just don't know if enough of the audience is aware or can read into the marketing like I have been of what the movie's going to be about. Because I'm sure that there are still some people that don't read deeply into marketing and they're still going to have question marks.
Yeah.
It's just such a bad situation. I almost wish they didn't dredge it all up again. I don't know.
They could have just not made this movie. I mean, it's such... It has always been appealing to make a Michael Jackson movie just because of him as an artist.
Yeah.
Like one of the biggest
And like they said too,
musicians.
I mean, and there was a Broadway musical too, and it did really well.
Wow.
So there's also, that's why people were paying. That was another basis. Is like, okay, people are paying money to see it, and I think it's touring too, or at least it was. So people were showing up and buying tickets.
So what was the Broadway musical about? How did that end?
I imagine it was similar. I don't know. I never saw it, but people were going and people wanted to see it.
The Broadway,
So-
I would guess that the Broadway crowd is more, how do I want to phrase this? I think they are more understanding that it's an artist's interpretation,
Yeah.
meaning that if you're going to go there, then for the sake of the art, go for it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, movies, especially movies where there's a lot of money tied to them and it's for a more general audience, that's a harder challenge to
For sure.
have them accept.
Yeah.
So could have worked great for Broadway. I don't know. Obviously, this has always been an uphill battle for a Michael Jackson movie to be made, not just by Lionsgate, but by any studio.
Oh yeah.
So I guess it
Just stresses
Shayla's
me
just
out
in
so
distress
bad.
over
No,
here.
I'm just so
and I
stressed
get it,
out.
'cause you
This
guys
the
have to make
topic.
these decisions.
I'm not even stressed about like the booking of it. Like just the topic of Michael Jackson really stresses
'Cause
me
it's
out.
sad.
So it is so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, just for the sake of the theater, if you don't feel comfortable playing with it, just don't play it.
No, just
Which
let
we
us
have
know.
had people.
We'll, yeah.
So
Totally fair. I'm
yeah.
just saying that based on what we've seen and heard, it's not going to go into such dark territory to where you don't have to be like swayed off of it. But
No,
if
and
you
people
still-
are going to be walking out like, oh, I can't believe they showed that or talked about that.
yeah, exactly.
You're at least going to get good music.
It
Hopefully.
looks
the
like
music
I don't
still
know.
hits.
And it
That's
looks
all I
so
got.
true to the to Michael Jackson. Like the guy Jafar Jackson
Yeah.
or whatever who's playing him looks amazing. So
Yeah. I mean, his nephew, right?
Nephew, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, very impressive job by that actor, but that's a uphill battle for everyone.
Yep.
But luckily, in May, there's going to be a lot more movies, so you can just roll off of it, right?
yes, definitely.
Do we want to bring up Yumi and Tuscany in the rom-com situation? We were talking about this being a topic. I just wanted to see if you guys still wanted to do it, if we're
Yeah.
not pressed for time.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Yumi and Tuscany coming out this weekend. Looks cute. We're excited for it. We have seen some reports recently that it's also potentially a test for Universal to see if the rom-com genre is in full swing for theatrical. And on top of that, it being an African-American led rom-com is also like an uphill battle that they are thinking of as like a test. Again, we're not sure if like these are absolutely confirmed reports, but I think there is something to it. I do think that because the rom-com genre is now more of a it's now more niche theatrically than it was, say, like 10 years ago, that it's strange that we're feeling like this is a test for it, but also sadly not a surprise, which is unfortunate because rom-coms are great.
They're so
They're
great.
beloved.
It's such an amazing genre that we just have not seen hit in theaters in a while, I feel like.
Yeah.
Is what we were talking about, and which is such a bummer. And we were talking about how many of them have gone to the streaming route and just avoided theatrical entirely.
Yeah, they now have become the streaming fodder almost, like a lot of genres have, unfortunately. Even just straightforward comedies have become more streaming fodder. Anywhere But You was like hopeful. I don't know if it was like the most beloved rom-com, but at the very least, like it did have a good box office return, and it did carry over in like the holiday season when it was releasing. But we still haven't seen that big encouragement to have a lot more rom-coms be greenlit.
Well, and it's just star power too. Like, I don't know. I feel like back in the day, like Meg Ryan and like Hugh Grant and like Ben Stiller were like the rom-com people, and they were like huge names.
Matthew
Matthew
McConaughey,
McConaughey,
Kate
Upton,
Hudson. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
or
they were
Hudson.
Hudson, yeah.
Yeah, my bad.
But I feel like they were huge names, and I don't really think like I do like Glenn Powell, but like I don't think that Glenn Powell and Sydney Sweeney are that level of, you know, star power.
I think they were the most equivalent though for that age group
For
and
the
that
time.
for the time.
Yeah.
I
I'd
think
agree
it's
with
just I don't know if it's writing. I don't know if it's I don't know what's there's something
Chemistry.
missing.
Writing,
Chemistry.
I think.
Chemistry needs to happen.
And
Which there was
maybe
no
that's-
chemistry
exactly.
between them.
Maybe that's the
So
problem. I don't know, but there's something missing that they're just not hitting anymore like they used to.
I know. I wish they would just pin it down because I have I've watched all of the rom-coms. I need more
I know.
in my
Well,
life.
and that's what we were talking about. It was like Austin and I would go through like, oh, let's watch a rom-com tonight. I don't think of any new ones.
no.
No, just bring me back to 2000s
Yeah.
and let's just go there because
Yeah.
they're great.
Maybe even in the 10s.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe.
Like,
yeah.
I think Forgetting Sarah Marshall is one of my
Yeah.
big ones, and that was in the 10s, and that
Yeah.
one was really good.
Yeah.
No, it's been a drought.
It's a drought.
I
They're
almo-
not funny. Like,
Oh,
Anyone But
yeah.
You is not funny.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Yeah.
I was rooting for that one just because of the success that it had, you know.
Yeah.
But I just never wound up seeing it myself. I do wonder if the 2000s did some damage to like the rom-com genre too. I feel like at least growing up in the 2000s, there was the rom-com genre was just so popular and so blooming that it almost just became laughable because they were just like the superhero genre almost.
Yeah.
Like, now just like a dime a dozen, you've seen them 1,000 times, they're so cliche, yada yada, but now here we are and we're like,
No,
"Oh,
bring it
we-
back, please.
I
we
know.
kind of need the cliche again. We need like that warm fuzzy feeling of like falling in love and stuff like that, even if it is like, you know, through crazy plot devices that are obviously not realistic, but it's
And I don't think
It's
that people,
missing.
do that like full frontal, like real comedy anymore. Like I haven't seen one of those in a while. And I feel like that's what a lot of those were based off of.
yeah.
Like especially Forgetting Sarah Marshall, you know, that one was really like shocking at some points, you know.
So no one has a funny bone anymore. But I kind of wonder if that's a thing too, is that are people, even actors, so guarded now that it's hard to do a rom-com earnestly or do a comedy just like you were saying, full frontal without like judgment at all. I do wonder if there is something to that, even though it's kind of
don't
crazy to
know.
say out loud.
I don't know.
I
Because
don't
like,
know. I mean, I think there's something to it for sure.
like the Tropic Thunder, people are still mad at Robert Downey Jr. for his part in Tropic Thunder. Like, so it's like, yeah, probably people don't want to do that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just am optimistic for Yumi and Tuscany. It looks cute. I hope it performs well. And obviously we need more rom-coms and just other genres in general anyway. So it just wouldn't surprise me if this was like a true thing coming from Universal. But again, we
Yeah.
don't know. This is just through the grapevines of the news.
Yeah. But we have hope. Come on.
Yeah.
I know. It looks cute.
It does.
So speaking of cute, should we talk about Twins? Was that a cute movie? Was that a good
Yes,
transition?
it was cute.
Yeah. Hey. He's a master.
Yeah, I don't know where to really begin on this. I guess Ken did warn me last episode that it's an odd movie.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what he meant, obviously, but 5 minutes into the movie, it just talks about this secret science experiment and that these twins were separated at birth and that
Start is wild.
Arnold Schwarzenegger was obviously Arnold Schwarzenegger. But
Just so adorable.
yeah, it was just so quirky and weird, and we were like, is this gonna nail it? Like, is this even gonna work? But it's kind of like what we were saying, where comedies weren't afraid to just be silly and outlandish, that it somehow guides its way through that to become like an earnest story about like
Yeah.
finding family, like reconnecting with family and brotherhood and stuff, and a fish out of water story too. Like, it's, I don't know, I was very surprised by how good this turned out being.
Yeah,
Agreed.
definitely. Agreed.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And just the contrast between the two characters is really fun. And the
Yeah.
character development, obviously, but yeah.
And you never got sick of that. You never got sick of them, of like DeVito being so angry all the time, or Schwarzenegger being so naive all the time.
No, they got on the line of corny but never really crossed
Yeah.
it. So
I
they did
talking
well
about
with it.
chemistry. It was fun.
Yeah,
It was fun to watch,
exactly.
and they were an odd couple for sure, but they
Yeah.
balanced each other really well. And
Yeah.
it was sweet and very unexpected.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised by, just a movie being so earnest and having like such a happy ending. Like, it wasn't a snarky ending or a snarky tone at all, despite the movie being about like trying to hustle and make as much money as you can, like talking like just Danny DeVito's like schemes. Like, it was just stuff like that where I was like, oh, this is gonna be the through line of like they're gonna get away with it and like hog the money for themselves. Maybe that's just like current me thinking like, oh, this is obviously gonna be doom and gloom, but no, it
Yeah.
was just very sweet of an ending of being like, no, we're gonna give this money that we kind of stole, I guess, but we're gonna
Yeah.
like give it away for good causes and stuff, because Schwarzenegger taught DeVito to be a good guy,
Yeah.
basically.
Aw, it's so sweet.
Yeah, I don't know. It just was such a pleasant surprise. I
Yeah.
heard that it was funny and good, but I just really wasn't expecting it, especially with those first couple minutes of being like, okay.
Oh, what
It's a
are we
sci-fi
getting
movie.
into?
It's so 80s, I feel like.
Definitely. Yeah, the music, the clothes, just
so good.
yeah, but I don't know. It just did you feel like it was so stuck in the 80s that it took you out, or was that fine with you guys?
No, I was
No.
here for it.
Okay.
And I like the car phones. Like, even though it had those like strictly like 80s things, it was definitely, it stood up the test of time. But it's just fun looking back at that. Like
Yeah.
the half suit with the shorts and everything.
know.
And, like,
Oh, that fashion was just hilarious.
it's so adorable.
Yeah, I guess that's all I need to add for it then.
Yeah.
Alyssa,
Yeah.
Shayla, anything else?
No,
No,
it was a fun
good
time.
pick.
Okay. So that brings us to the end of the Odd Couples
Wow.
era of popcorn bucket picks, and now, well, I guess I can
Now we
turn
have
it around.
Yoshi.
We have our Yoshi popcorn bucket, and we're gonna do video game adaptations for our
Perfect
next
bucket
picks.
for it.
Yeah.
So we have our picks now. I think everyone put theirs in. Do any of you guys want to reach in?
Shayla, go ahead.
Okay.
Reach into the egg.
All right. Resident Evil.
Oh, that's mine.
I figured.
Ooh, then I need to change my pick.
There's so few choices, I feel like.
Yeah, I was reminded that the first Western adaptation of a video game was the Mario Brothers movie, and that was in the 90s.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Like, I know it's old now, but for me, it just doesn't feel that long ago.
No, it does not feel that long ago.
It's a recent genre.
Yeah,
Yeah.
practically. So going through the list was a little funny, because I was like, oh, we're going to go way back too, and then I was like, oh, wait, no.
We're here.
This started in the 90s.
That's funny. I was wondering if we could do board games, but it was specifically video games. So I feel like we could have had a wider net if we did board games.
I
but
would give anything to rewatch Clue again.
yeah,
Oh,
that's the one.
That's like a biannual watch for me.
That's awesome. I think I have the DVD of it somewhere, now that I think about it. But anyway,
Anyway,
that
Resident
doesn't
Evil.
matter. Yeah, that was the pick that I was also thinking about.
Nice.
So why did you?
I adore the games, and I've never seen these movies.
Neither have I.
So, this is going to be what we had kind of mentioned this with Mario and kind of like we were talking about Batman and Batman and Robin, where you can kind of just, you love something so much, and then when they do just a wild adaptation of something.
Injustice.
Really, yeah. I was trying to make it nice, but you're correct. An injustice, which I think this movie, Resident Evil, will be. You just watch it just and have fun with it, and you just can't compare.
Yeah.
But I'm still curious, and especially with the new Resident Evil coming out later. It's the 30th anniversary of the game, so this year.
Wow. Yeah, video games have not been around that long.
No, not really.
Not really.
Why'd you put it in?
Oh, I just had never seen them, and they never seemed like my cup of tea anyway. So I figured I might as well at least try one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, that's a great start. Do we have anything else that we need to add on? We're not going to be at CinemaCon, so we'll still be back for a new episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, hope everyone else does have a great time there.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, yeah, we'll just be back for a new episode and keep enjoying Mario's success. And yeah, we'll keep looking forward to like this springtime because there's a lot of good movies out there.
Yeah,
right
we're
now,
hitting the
especially in
stride
May.
now. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So everyone, have a great weekend.
Take care. Bye.